Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing this morning? I'm just clearing up, getting things ready. Poninator, Raja, Mydrall, Lord of Trek, Gosu, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Give me one moment. Get some minis out on the desk, and then, yeah, get started. Sorry for the radio silence. Out in PA for the week. Yeah, no problem, man. Hope you had a good time. Sounds nice to be a little disconnected, so I don't blame you. The champ looks great. Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear. Really glad to hear that. Gosu, you can't read chat. I just want to let you know someone said that you smell of elderberries in the in chat. So I don't know if you want to deal with that or not, but that's the thing. All right. Checks out. Cool. Noosh get to someone yet? Yeah, the Noosh went out to Smago 10. Yes. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So, shaky, a little sketchy, but we have new lights. We have new camera. I hope that is nice and clear for everybody. So look at the chat. Yeah. Nice, Mydro. That's awesome. I'm glad you like it, man. And thank you for entering the giveaway. So we're gonna start with wash. We have about, I think it's 24 minis, 4 of those being vehicles. and or two of those being vehicles, and some extra parts for the vehicles. So we have a bit to do. I base coated a bunch of different colors for a bunch of different minis. So starting with the Jaegers here, I base coated these guys with black brown. I have Berserks, I base coated with advanced flesh tone, all from Pro Acryl. And then the Sagittars, I base coated with metal color steel. So that's where we are at this point. First thing I'm going to do is I am getting a wash. Hey, Spilled Paint Pod, what's going on? And we're gonna wash the brown on all these minis. Two other minis I base coated brown were the robots that join the Berserkers, because they have the backpacks and all the straps and everything. I figured it was probably just easier to paint them brown. So we're basically going to wash over this entire mini with brown. That's what we're doing. This is Army Painter Strong Tone that I'm using. So as usual, you guys, if you notice any issues with the camera or the lighting or the focus or something, please let me know, and I can try to get it fixed. But yeah, trying to use the new stuff. I got my new lighting system in. I got the rig to put up the lighting system. So we're just working on all that. Me trying to convert an infrastructure team into an agile scrum team. Okay. Sure, I know exactly what that is. Hey, Space Marine 2 is good. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool game. It's really well made. We played through, I think, the first mission of the campaign on stream. It was just the first mission. I was playing with Zendral and Amethystine Art of War. And yeah, we were streaming it. They have a they have like a tutorial intro mission. And I played that on my own just so I could get into multiplayer. You can't, like, you know, actually join in on multiplayer until all that. But that was really cool. Especially for like an intro mission. It was excellent. I was a big fan. Big fan so far. Last night I played we played a match or two of PvP, and then we played a little bit of one of the, what do you call them? The operations. We played an operation. So I will possibly be streaming tonight, playing through more of the campaign. So that's kind of the goal. So take that how you will. But yeah, I've been struggling with the mouse and keyboard. I've heard that it's easier with a controller, which I can see, because I feel like I'm really like trying to juggle my fingers around for like the dodging and the like the parry and everything. Yeah, a controller might be the way to go. I don't have a controller though. I'm not gonna spend money on a controller. But yeah, I'm just gonna be the scrub that I am. I was playing some last night as I played as the tactical a bit, which I like the more like generalist class, you know, of the tactical, like the support. I've noticed their like Auspex scan ability is really difficult to use. Yeah, I was kind of struggling using that. It's hard to like see a benefit in it as well. Like, it's hard to see a difference when you're just like hacking in the middle of a big melee scrum. Otherwise, I've used... I tried an operation with the bulwark, and I really liked the bulwark. I was running out with the power fist and the power sword. The power sword is definitely the way to go, even though the power fist is like super satisfying to use. And it's super tough. What I found a lot is that combat devolves into just like a big melee scrum. So I think it's easier with the melee characters to like get into the game, especially for someone who's not very good at like shooters, like me. But I like the bulwark. His buff, like when he plants the banner in the ground or whatever, is pretty good. Operation, yeah, you need someone to like tank. Yeah, and I think we're still trying to figure out like me and Zim were playing last night. We were playing the operation. Like, you have to like stick with your team. Especially between like running a heavy and a bulwark, both of them buff teammates that are near them, so they don't benefit from like running off on their own. Yeah, the melee is really important. I also found with the tactical, I've tried a couple weapons. The bolt gun is fine. I tried the Stalker Pattern Bolter, which the Stalker Pattern Bolter was my favorite weapon in Space Marine 1. That was like my go-to every time I played. It just wasn't enough. You max out at like 3 spare magazines, and a magazine is 12 rounds. Which is crazy small. Like 48 rounds in that gun. And so we were playing, and Zen was playing as the heavy, and we ended up like fighting for ammo the whole time. So like it was a real struggle to like both of us to keep any amount of ammo. So when I played the bulwark, I just took the plasma pistol, and plasma guns are great because they never reload. So like I just run up and hit stuff most of the time, and like occasionally, pistol down things, and you can charge that pistol up and it gets an AoE and stuff. So at that point, Zen was doing a lot better on ammo because all the ammo drops were for him pretty much. I don't think I took one ammo box. I would just refill when we got to the big crates. So yeah, Jet, welcome. How are you doing? Is the desk shaky at all, guys? I think it might be a little shaky, and I think I know what the problem is and why it's doing that, and it's pretty ridiculous. If you're heavy, you can fight next to an ammo cache, and yeah, fighting next to the like with the wave defense and stuff, when you just have the ammo sitting right there, yeah, it's the way to go. So I got this new lighting setup. I have this big overhead light now. That's at 50% power, and I turned off one of my like desk lamps, so I can go brighter definitely. But I had to get a like a frame that clamped on my desk to support this thing, to hold it up. It's a pretty heavy lamp, and I had to get like attachments for it and stuff. So I got that. I had spots where I was clamping this, and I go to clamp it, and the problem is I have a corner desk, and in the actual, it's like a 3-piece desk, so there's like 2 rectangular pieces, and they're connected by this weird like, I don't know, quadrilateral piece that's like makes up the corner, right? So I go to clamp this in that back spot because there's a nice like gap right there between my wall, like the corner of my wall, because it doesn't like go all the way to the corner and everything. I'm like, sweet, I'll just clamp this right there on the desk. Well, it won't clamp because there's a little support bar that goes across that kind of like connects the 2 desk halves together, like underneath the actual desk. And my actual clamp sits right where that bar is. Like exactly where that bar is. Like I can't like work around it because that's where the little bar sits. So I had to like take off that little bar, make it work. So we'll see. We'll see if it works out or if I can figure out a solution to that. Went with a neurosurgeon on the 24th. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious. I mean, I feel like a meeting with a neurosurgeon can be pretty serious, but hmm. But yeah, that's my saga with my my lighting system. Still ongoing a little bit, but we got the light set up. This light is really cool. I program it with my phone, so I can do some pretty crazy stuff with this light. Put down some more wash. Show you guys in a little bit. I was like programming random settings. Yeah, I hope you guys have had a good weekend. But it's Tuesday, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Like I said, I'll probably be streaming some Space Marine tonight. I want to continue on the campaign. Partially because it's fun, but also because it unlocks the other operations. I was terrible at PvP. Whole match, got 0 kills, felt real good. So I am terrible at the game. So if you want to watch someone who's good at the game, I'm probably not the person to watch, but if you want to like hang out and listen to the awesome soundtrack and stuff, like that's where it is. I was getting really into my Total War campaign. Busy for me again, VA appointments tomorrow, then on a mini trip. That's right. Cool, man. Hopefully it's good busy though, you know? What we can hope for. A trip with friends sounds like fun. VA appointments don't sound like fun, but you know, they're productive. Cool. PvP. Haven't had a PvP game I've really liked since Call of Duty. Okay. Yeah, PvPs are. It's tough. It's really tough. Grenades seem like they're king. I've heard the is it the Vanguard class is really strong. My big issue with PvP, I noticed this playing last night, is you know, they have like the parry mechanic, right? So like you can like block attacks and stuff. And even if you hit it like you get like a perfect parry, it doesn't stun the enemy at all. It just stops you from taking damage. So what ends up happening, what I found what happened is, once someone starts swinging at you, even if you manage to consistently like block attacks, they can just keep attacking you. There's nothing stopping them from just spamming attack, and they can just keep hitting you. Mechanics feel like a waste of time. Yeah, I get they seem pretty important, but they seem pretty difficult to get the hang of. So yeah, I noticed that as an issue where it's just someone comes in, they're swinging at you. You could sit there and block and you know, do really well with that, but then where do you go from there? Like, you're just stuck in an eternity of trying to parry their attacks while they just keep spamming their attacks. And that's about all there is to it. So yeah, there's almost no point in parrying in melee. Just for that reason. Teammate shoots while you parry. Yeah, I mean, and that's provided that you have a teammate there. Like, that would be nice. But if they have a teammate, then you're definitely screwed, so. Someone else shows up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but people die so quick in PvP. You can get like one shot with a Thunder Hammer. So it's like if you miss, or I don't even know if you can block the Thunder Hammer technically, or you know, whatever is happening with that, like it goes down pretty quick. Some of this spare wash out here. Yeah, maybe the strat is you run around with like two people. One person runs up and they're just really good at parrying and they just focus on the parry. And then the other person is the one that does the damage. Huge damage. I found if you get bogged down, you're toast. Yeah. Yeah, and again, I'm not very good at this. So like I had a situation where someone came at me with Thunderhammer. I was like, oh yeah, and he went for this big overhead swing. I dodged out of the way, and he immediately followed up with a swing across his body and hit me and killed me. And I was like, alright, well, so much for dodging the Thunderhammer. Felt like there's nothing I could do about that. Except like learn the attack pattern or something, but run two guys with heavy, yeah. Just your whole team of heavies. That's what you do. And you just heavy bolter down anybody that comes near. What's cool is when you play operations, which is the PvE, like one-off missions that are like tied into the campaign. You can choose any weapon. There's no weapons locked. Perks, like class perks, you have to level into, and your cosmetics. Some of the cosmetics are DLC, which is like, okay, are you guys getting better? No, I'm not getting better. I don't know. I don't know who's getting better at this game. It's definitely not me. But yeah, it's weird where it's like, you know, you want a certain paint color, and it's like, yeah, that's a DLC. Like, okay. Alright. Like, I understand, like, cosmetics as a DLC, that's fine, but how weird is that? Yeah, it's like, and you know, they name everything GW colors like Warhammer games do with army painters, but it's just like, yeah, you want Corvus Black? That's a $4 DLC to get Corvus Black. It's really strange. Yeah, so the red armor, there are a couple red armors. One, I know at least one of them is a DLC. But the other ones, you have to unlock colors. So you only start with, like, super basic colors. So you pay, I think they're called requisition points. I call them Greebly points or whatever, like Greebly dollars, or it's just in-game currency you earn for doing stuff, and then you unlock things. So I think you pretty much can unlock like a chapter as soon as you jump in. So, you know, it's pretty, I think it's pretty quick to start unlocking some stuff. looking for here? Go. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna start with, we're gonna get some black. That's what we're gonna do, some coal black. I am painting Leagues of Votann. And Lord of Trek, I told you we're gonna be dry brushing. Excuse me, we are gonna be dry brushing. I'm gonna let these washes dry. When these are dry, that'll be my next step. I'll kind of show you what dry brushing is good for and how easy it can be. Okay, we have these two Sagittars. I'm going to paint their tires right now. That's what I'm going to do. We're just going to put a coat of black on here, and then we'll move on to our next color. I might just grab a bigger brush. Rims first. Did it come with transparent domes? It did. It did. And I was given the green light just to paint them solid colors, which I think looks better anyway. They're crew in here. There's a robot guy in this one, and there's a crew member in here with like a full interior. Do you have an airbrush? I do, yeah, that's how I base coated. That's how I normally base coat and prime all my minis. And it's how I varnish my minis as well, so. Okay, just get the basics on these. Hey, Oberion, what's going on? Yeah, I do think Sunday we kind of cracked the code with that that red, the AK red paint, clear red. And I think I'm just gonna have to put a coat of gloss varnish on my minis after I put the red on them, and then a coat of matte varnish, and then paint them outside to prime. Yeah, I get it. Airbrush is nice because you don't have to do that. There is no weather dependency. Like, the worst thing that happens is I have to crack my window, because that's what I do, you know, so my vent can properly vent, and it's cold outside or too hot outside. That's not that big of a deal. See the doctor's office waiting for a friend's appointment to finish. Okay. All is well. Okay. Let's get a bigger brush. Just do a big brush. I'm checking to make sure stuff is good. All right. Just get the bottom on these. Maybe it'll dry a little quicker. the time I set it down, that'll be dry. And hope. It's a pity the wheels aren't free spinning. Could you imagine painting free spinning wheels? No thanks. These things already look enough like a Tonka truck. So if you guys remember when I painted the bikes, the Pioneers, how rough it was to paint all of the silver in on the minis. It took me hours. So I decided on this mini just to paint the silver first. And see if I can go back painting all the panels on everything. If that would make things a little simpler. So that's me testing a theory here. Since I have a feeling this isn't the last of the Votann I'll be painting, probably a good idea to figure this stuff out. The highlight video, it looks like edge highlighting with the side of the brush is common practice. It is. It is. I do that a lot when I edge highlight my Thousand Suns in particular. Using the side of your brush is an incredible skill to learn. It's not always practical though, because there are just some angles where you can't use the side of your brush. But if you're willing to learn it, I highly recommend learning that technique. Models assembled, or do you assemble them yourself for a commission? So I prefer to assemble myself, but I will take assembled minis. What I need to see though, if people are sending me assembled minis, I need to see the minis ahead of time, because a lot of times, no fault to anybody in particular, a lot of times when I get assembled minis that are assembled already, they're done pretty poorly, because normally it's people are newer to the hobby or just don't have the time to hobby or whatever. And so I end up putting just as much, if not more, work into fixing already assembled minis than I would just putting them together myself. So, I do charge, to actually my time to assemble minis, but yeah, I prefer to assemble the minis just because then I have control over all the aspects of what's going on. Most common error you find? Oh, yeah. The most common thing people do is they don't trim the sprue piece, the little nub that, is present after you clip the piece off the sprue. And from there, it just kind of cascades into a bunch of different issues. Because if you don't trim that little nub, pieces don't fit flush. And when pieces don't fit flush, everything gets out of whack. And yeah, so you end up with just minis that are never completely assembled, and they're just falling apart and they look really bad and everything. So yeah, get yourself a hobby knife. And make sure those little nubs are trimmed carefully. You don't want to hurt yourself or anything. But get Nerd Gun to do a Kairos Fate Weaver. Nice. Yeah, he does have a crazy painting style. Shaking the desk. I wonder... Okay. Next problem to fix. These problems are never fully finished.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank...
Hey! Nat Toddly, welcome. Why my notification there was cut short, but welcome and thank you for the follow. How are you doing this morning? These pair of snippers, and you're putting off, just do it. Hey, CB Blood, what's up? I was playing on stream a bit yesterday, and I might stream it a bit more today, or like this evening. So, if you want to watch the game played, just turn on notifications for when I go live. Because, yeah, this evening I'll probably play it online. Well, I'll probably do co-op with the campaign. Okay, go over there. Let's grab you. Side of the tires here. Hey Deadshot, what's up? I played yesterday. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah. The game is great. It's really cool. I'm gonna try to at least finish the campaign on stream. So, Votann, they have AI. No, they don't. Don't be silly. That would be heretical. We know Votann aren't heretical. What's going on, Full Beast? You're rebuilding an antique lamp. Wow, okay. I'm, parts, yeah. Yep, an X-Acto knife, yeah. Just a little craft knife, guys, goes a long way. Helping you assemble your models.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Just be careful. Don't be acting silly with the knife. Like trying to cut at weird angles or anything, because that's how you hurt yourself. So, don't do that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for the follow, Full Beast. I hope you're having a great day. It's Tuesday today. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Yeah, it is very easy to slice yourself. Yep. Good news, just negotiate a commission for most of the parts and set up for a new computer, which I'm in desperate need of. Oh, nice. That's good to hear. What are you going to be doing with the new computer? Play some games? Or, schoolwork? I don't know. Work? Base Marine 2, my GPU doesn't want to run it. Oh, that stinks. That is too bad. I got a, 3070. So I feel like I have a pretty decent card. It's been running really nice. From what I've heard, the game is very like CPU intensive, more than your GPU. So, you know, a good processor might be more important. If you want to play Space Marine, that is. Yeah. He's one for work every day. I'm used to him, but new people, it can be a challenge. Yeah. Right, right. Hey, I mean, I occasionally cut myself as well on my my craft knife, and I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So it happens. Change the settings to cap the FPS at 120. Yeah, yeah. That's what Zen was saying that yesterday. And that's what I did, and it helped. I don't know. I did that a couple things right away. And I felt like the game has been running fine, so, you know, maybe I just took the advice immediately and was better for it. So okay. Great. Tires on that one are finished. Get this other one. Opening cutscene for me. Oh wow. Oh, that's great. Steve Dale, good morning, and thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? We are streaming. I hope the lighting is good today, guys. I hope the picture on the camera is nice and clear. I hope you guys can see well. If there are issues with the visual experience, please let me know. And I will take a note of it or try to correct it immediately, depending on what's going on. But I'm at new camera, new light, new lots of stuff. So I could do better. Change things a little better. Hey, Octo's Modeling Kits, welcome. Welcome back on YouTube. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. We were hanging out last week, right? I think I was painting that Land Raider, maybe? Or was I not painting? Was I just assembling these minis? May have been what's going on.
It's clean. It's cold. Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
All right. Absolutely get a drink here in just a minute. Fire, okay. Putting the mini in the primary color first, then doing smaller parts and detail come after. Yes, yes, no, that's what you do. Yeah, we got the water boy, yeah. Mama said alligators are so angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders. It was a great movie. What's up, Zen? How you doing, man? New magnifying glass light showed up yesterday. Work on Shadow Sun continues. Nice. All right. Mama's wrong again. Yeah. It's just like, just charges him. I haven't watched that movie in so long, but. Absolute masterpiece. His hobby glasses. Magnifying glass attached. LED lights everywhere you look. Oh, cool. That's nifty. You have this big fancy overhead. Oh, I gotta show you guys what this light can do. I have to go through some settings on it, and sometimes it's difficult to get exactly where I want to go right away. And for some reason, the default effects setting is like a crazy strobing effect. I don't want it to be that, but I start switching through settings, and you have, choose epilepsy, then close your eyes for a moment. But stream on my TV and see what it looks like. Oh, nice. Okay. Getting the serious judgment here. Okay. We got tires painted. Now. Gotta look this up. Let's see. Okay. So. Close your eyes for a second, guys. I don't know if this will go straight to. Okay, it's not. There we go. Yeah, look at the light. How great is that? I can slow that down if I need to, but it's like a party. Anyway, that's yeah, the raving dad. Yep. Now paint like that. I need to make like a bit redemption or something. That's what I should do. I'll paint for 10 minutes with the flashing strobes. Okay. Yeah, we gotta call it like party time or something though, right? Yeah, it does. It does. That's alright though. Spare burnt. Do I have 2 spare burnt? No. Yes, I do. Okay. Plenty of extra. I don't need burnt red though. I need burnt orange. That's the color I need. Get out of here, burnt red. It is September. That's true. Yeah. Left-handed eye patch rave mode painting. Yeah. And if 2 people submit an eye patch redemption, it's double eye patch. Okay, we're using burnt orange And we're going to be painting panels on the vehicles. We're going to be painting pants on everybody else. Do it for subs. Okay, and the panels on these guys, you know, let's put you up. Let's get this one. This is a little more dry. Birthday's in 2 days. Oh, nice. Happy early birthday. I'll give you the real happy birthday on Thursday, but you got to remind me. The brushes to use besides the Foxbite ones, I have a lot of like cheap synthetics I use. I also would highly recommend Winsor & Newton Series 7s. Those are the ones I used before my Foxbite brushes, and basically I just started using these Foxbite brushes because the company asked me if I wanted to try them, and I said sure, and they sent me brushes, and I just kept using them from there. So they're great brushes though. They are comparable to the Winsor & Newtons in terms of like style and functionality and everything. So I'm going to drawing picture by picking random colors, putting everything in a grayscale, and painting solely by value. I think I've seen that, Anthony. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm going to doing a couple coats of this burnt orange on here, but side panels. Easy place to start. Getting pants on some minis, which we can be pretty quick with on the Berserkers, at least, as long as we are missing their skin, because their skin is what I base colored. Color combo is incredible. The silver and orange. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Lord of Trek, the Kolinsky Sable ones. Yeah. This thing up. Let's put you. Heinz Jordan Sable brushes, so I use those in Da Vinci Synthetics. Interesting. Okay. I've never used either of those. $200 for a brush? For what? What brush? The Winsor Newton Series 7s, if you're buying those, they can run about $20 a brush, but how Winsor Newton prices their brushes, it's purely based on how big the brush is. So the bigger the brush, the more expensive. But, you know, you need one or two of those brushes. I used to use 3 consistently, and it was the number 2, number 1, and number 0, and that's it. So, and before certain events caused sanctions on a certain country because it invaded another country, those brushes were cheaper. They were like $12 a piece. But now Kolinsky Sable Fur is a lot more rare, so... more expensive brush. Yeah. I mean, like, better material works better, right? Like, that's the idea. You still have to take care of it, though. You can't just let it go. You need to clean your sable brushes, and can't treat them like poop. So. Buying a new driver because your putting's awful. Yeah, golf reference. That's what that is. It's like driver. Like, you just have like someone that drives you around. Is that? But no, you're right. And I think it's, honestly, I think it's better to have 1 or 2 like really nice brushes that you take care of than to have 10 or 15 brushes that are kind of crappy. So. And if you want, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, but you want a decent number of brushes, Foxbite, their website. I actually am affiliated with them, and you get an automatic discount if you buy them using my link. I really like the my Foxbite brushes. So just type !Fox. That gives you the link there to their website. But yeah, they use Kolinsky Sable. The thing I like about Foxbite brushes, it's just Fox, !Fox. I don't know why someone in particular made it Fox and not Foxbite. But they have like a really large like belly on the brush, which is something that like Winsor Newtons have. That makes it really easy to hold paint. And I really like that. I don't like it when my bristles are so thin that they dry out really quick and everything. So yeah, I like that aspect, and like they've kept their point very well. Like, they're easy to take care of. They're just, I don't know, they're just good brushes. Just use contracting paint brushes? Yeah, good enough for construction. I don't think that's much of a compliment, saying it's good enough for construction, because I've seen the quality of construction that we have in a lot of places. Yeah, their mini stand's really cool too. The miniature paint holder. Yeah, like military grade stuff. It's always like worse than normal stuff. Okay, here we go. Paints pants.
I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Hey, Zombies Sashimi. Welcome, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody, how you guys doing? How's your stream, Zombie? Good enough for construction, falls apart in a week, yeah, let's not buy construction grade brushes for our minis. was great. Thanks. Awesome. Awesome. What were you were you painting? What were you painting if you were, or what were you doing in your stream? Everybody welcome. I'm the painting dad. I hang out and paint minis. That's it. We chill out when we stream. I don't do all that excitable crazy nonsense that some others on streaming platforms do. This is like my relaxing thing I do. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm here to relax and paint. Torchlight Brigade from Infinity. Oh, cool. I have never painted an Infinity model, but they have some incredibly high quality sculpts. Some great looking stuff. Do Votann have axes? They do, yeah. Well, and like these Berserker minis, they have a special weapon with a mole launcher, which is what this is called, but you can choose to give them big two-handed axes or big two-handed hammers. And I have painted a couple of squads of these for people, and they have always chosen the hammers. So the axes must just be terrible. Because I think the axes look a lot cooler. No, they're not chain axes. They're like power axes. The hammers hit so hard. Yeah, I bet they do. Yeah. We're just putting a base color of burnt orange on a lot of these minis. You got a unit of each. Oh, cool. So these are the hammers. Sorry. Chaos Dwarves and Fantasy really good? Yeah. So what do you mean? What do you mean by really good? Like their game rules good, like interesting, or like powerful, or what? I mean, tomorrow it's midnight here. No problem at all, Zombie Sashimi. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Get some rest, and I hope your day tomorrow is awesome. Thank you again. Guys, go follow Zombie Sashimi if you haven't already. Okay. So Chaos Dwarves and Warhammer, I don't know if they're like their rules are outright like good. Their rules are really interesting though. So dwarves and Warhammer Fantasy can't use magic. But it's not that they're like physically unable to use magic. It's just if they do start casting spells like a wizard, they slowly start to turn to stone, like from the toes up. And I don't know if it's like a metaphor for diabetes or something, but yeah, they start to turn to stone. So regular dwarves, or normal everyday Dowie in Warhammer Fantasy, does not use magic. They will craft runes, which is like magical stones, and they'll use that to like turn weapons magical and stuff, but they won't actually use magic themselves. Chaos Dwarves don't care. They use magic, they invent lores of magic, they do all kinds of crazy stuff like that. On top of that, they love making other races work for them. So they really enjoy that. Part of that, it's not just like greenskins, orcs and goblins, or humans, or other dwarves, or whatever. It's like demons. Like they will take demons and like forcefully like put them inside of weapons and like mechanical beings and stuff, and turn these weapons into like demon weapons. So they do that a bunch. Their most famous weapon, yeah, they are the Iron Warriors. Yeah, they really are. their most famous one is called a Hell Cannon. And normal Chaos factions, like Warriors of Chaos factions, use a Hell Cannon, and it's crewed by Chaos Dwarves. But they literally stick a demon inside a cannon. And yeah, but some of their creations are crazy though. Like they'll take trains, they'll literally make trains. That's like one of their big things. But they just load them down with weapons. So they have like huge mortars or like flamethrowers or giant cannons and stuff, like cannons that spit magma at people, and it's all like part of a train. So they'll just like run trains into the middle of the battlefield and just start lobbing mortars at people. They have a thing called a Dreadquake mortar. It's like a huge mortar on a train car, and they actually use ogres to load it because that's heavy. You don't want to lift heavy stuff. That's not what they're about. So ogres are the ones that load it. But yeah, they have a bunch of crazy stuff like that. Yeah, definitely like bad guys. But very cool stuff. A lot of my knowledge of Chaos Dwarves comes from Warhammer Total War, which my understanding is not all the Chaos Dwarf stuff in Total War is in the tabletop game. So there's a couple things in Total War that's not in there. Like I think the Kadai Destroyer is what it's called. It is a giant, like dragon-sized construction, like mechanical construction. And they took a demon and they stuck it in there. And it's just like perpetually on fire. Big crazy monster. Yeah, they're cool. I don't think they're definitely not the worst in the old world as far as like win rate or performance goes. I imagine they can probably be pretty unfun to play against, just based on the fact that they're a very shooting focused army, and those tend to get some frowns. Yeah, Skaven are super cool. Yeah. And a lot of the new Skaven minis that are out or that are coming out work just fine in the old world. Almost like they were designed to be crossed over between the games. Yeah, they do look nuts to paint. Yeah, that's kind of modern GW in a nutshell, though. Detail creep. Everything gets more and more detailed every release. Seen the Skaven Christmas box a couple years ago. You got like 100 minis in it. Oh, really? GW knew. If people are going to take advantage or not. Right, let's keep painting this guy here. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, we do have a giveaway this month. All you have to do to enter, it's completely free, you just need channel points. It's quite a bit of channel points, but I also stream a lot, so I think a normal non-subscribed person, if they were to watch every one of my streams, which I don't expect you guys to, but you can get 2 entries a month. So that's not bad. If you subscribe or you gift subs or you join in on raids or like you do different things like that, I think gifting bits or something also. I don't remember all the different things, but it increases the rate and gives you more channel points. What we're giving away this month is a set of Foxbite synthetic brushes. So Foxbite was kind enough to donate some brushes so that I could give them away to you guys. So that is what is up for the giveaway. So if you want a full set of 7 brushes from Foxbite, you just enter it with channel points. Hey Marcus Day, what's up? You can stream later. Okay, yeah, it's cool. Enjoy your class. I hope class is easy going, not too boring, but not too difficult. If you don't want to wait for channel points and you want to support my channel a little more and support what I do a little more, you can become a member on Patreon. Any paid level from $1 up on Patreon, it's an entry into the giveaway. You can enter more than once into this giveaway, and so being a Patreon member gives you an entry on top of any other entries that you have. So if you want those brushes, you feel like you really want them, $1 a month can get you a good chance of getting it. And you know, the worst case about that Patreon is you support my channel and you get news updates and stuff on what's going on and what I'm up to, and get to hear things before other people. So it's a nice exclusive club. I did post in Patreon, if those of you who are members, about a project that I will be working on very soon now that the camera is up and running, and we got some new stuff. So if you want to learn more about that, Patreon members got a nice rundown of what will be happening, and they'll definitely get more updates as we know more getting close to it. But it is a YouTube project, so once you're burning hole, did you submit some? Yeah, I don't have a sound alert for when people submit for the giveaway. I could never find a good sound, like a good like sound bite or whatever. So if you enter, thank you. Your entries are recorded. That's all done automatically. So. I love how these Votann just have an RPG. Like, look at that guy. Just the design that withstood the test of time. It's like an RPG 7 right here. Let me in. That's not a bad one. No, that's pretty good, Steve Dale. Let's see what I'm doing on that. Let's get some of these. Some of these will be getting a second coat. I think the Berserkers, I don't think need a second coat, but these Jaegers with their darker color and the Sagittar need it. What happened to your fellow streamer Zen? What do you mean? Still alive. Just taking a break from streaming. But you'll have to ask him that. See him. He's been in and out of stream today. Yeah, well, if you want to see him, Fuegan, he may be joining me this evening to play some Space Marine 2 campaign, so that I'll be streaming. So, yeah, he's been busy with work too. Like, he does have an actual job, so. And he's had to actually work these past few weeks. I know, I hate it too. I think it's lame and unfair, but where we are. How are you, Fuegan? Fine. Paint the exterior of the house soon. That's not the kind of painting I enjoy. So we're on Zen streaming. You'll have to ask him, but he's not streaming right now, so taking a bit of a break. But I don't want to speak for him, so it's not my place. So. But if you want to see Zen, I guess not see him, but hear him, hear his wonderful New York accent, this evening I should be streaming Space Marine. So, drinking my coffee since I woke up late. That sounds really good. Paint a whole house faster than I can paint a mini. How many houses do you paint? To be fair though, you're not putting highlights, on your house painting and stuff. Okay, little robot pants there. I forgot to do on these minis. We'll be careful with it. I forgot to do my dry brush on the brown before I got this orange. That's okay. Orange is kind of sitting under things, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we can cheat. We can highlight this orange afterwards, and it'll cover up our mistake. That'll be alright. Friend house 3 days ago. Rosewood colored cedar to white primer. Looks, oh no. Painted emerald green. Your house is going to be emerald green. Sounds crazy and awesome. That's what they wanted. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. It look like it's from the Wizard of Oz. That'd be cool, though. Well, I hope you're making good money on it, so... You listen to Broad City. Alright. Almost done. Excuse me. With the first coat of orange. Coffee sounds really nice. Yesterday I made myself some coffee. So the coffee I make myself is always more Votann Killicam. Never ends. But we'll see. This for the same client. He's been it's really good providing me stuff to do for him and everything. So I'm happy to paint these minis for him. So what I do is I take I'm on like a pretty strict diet at this point of like calorie counting, so I'm trying to watch what I do, but like an occasional cup of coffee sounds good and acts as a good like dessert or like snack, almost, as weird as that sounds. But I take instant coffee and just like cheap like Nescafe instant coffee with a little bit of like stevia, or I'll do some like brown sugar sometime, because you do like a little bit, and I use a milk frother with a little bit of water, and you froth it so you get this like crazy like foam, and then I'll pour some almond milk in it, and you get like a fancy coffee drink. But yesterday I made myself a coffee drink, and I put some nutmeg with the mix, and it was like a holiday coffee. It was really nice. Might do that again. Get my Christmas spirit going. My coffee, like I liked my primed minis black. Yeah, I can't drink black coffee. It's terrible. I don't drink coffee often either. Like, it's a maybe every couple days kind of thing. So, Gilcam, sorry we missed you yesterday, or last night. I figured you probably went to sleep real early or something, but we were playing some. I was playing some with Zen. We did an operation and we did some PvP just to mess around with some different things. But if you want to play tonight, if you're available, I want to continue the campaign on stream. Okay, I got that first coat of orange, a little sloppy. Hey, Flotsam, what's up? Play with y'all? Maybe. We have a group of like streamers and stuff that we're all kind of talking about playing together. So we have kind of a list. If no one on the list is gonna play, I'll start playing with some other people. But we have like a group, and just trying to find it's mostly streamers, couple people who don't stream. I'll let you know. I know. Getting some PvP in with people would be nice. So people want their chance to kill the painting dad. That's probably the time. You're not a cool streamer. I'm not a cool streamer either. I'm pretty good at PvP. Oh, okay, nice. Because I'm terrible. I'm seriously terrible at that game. Man, this game coming out when it did is kind of bad timing for me too, because I just got back into Total War. Got some orange on his wheel. And so I'm in the middle of a Total War campaign at this point. An Archaon campaign. And I'm having a blast. Expect $1 per hour of entertainment. Yeah, that's fair. I think that is a fair ratio. I plan on playing this game for many hours, Space Marine. So, I said I know the campaign people have said is about 10 hours. Then you have 6 different operations, which are all about an hour. Their plan is to release more content for that, but that's only like 16 hours. So PvP, there's a little bit of grinding with unlocking perks for classes and weapons and stuff like that. So there's that and all the cosmetic stuff. There's definitely stuff to do. But yeah, it's if that's the kind of game you like to play. I loved the first Space Marine. I bought that game when it came out for PlayStation 3. Played the crap out of it for like a solid month. And then everything died for that game. Like the servers all kind of died off. But that was a multiplayer game I was actually good at. Like a shooter I was actually decent at. It was me as a tactical with my stalker pattern bolt gun. What I did. The second coat of orange going down. It's a Gear of War shooter. Yeah, pretty much Gears of War. I was not good at Gears of War, though. I never played it much. But yeah, it's got, it definitely has that similar feel. aside. After these Votann, as far as commissions go, have 30k. Emperor's Children forced to paint up. Which I am really excited about. Emperor's Children are really fun to paint. It's a bunch of infantry. Just a whole bunch of infantry, so. Alright, my tabletop game on tabletop. Okay. And figure out a time to do that sometime. I remember you telling me something about it. Ah. I love painting heresy stuff. It's pretty simple and the colors normally look really good, so. Got orange panels with their second coat. Those are looking good. All right. I have a couple minis I need to paint before next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I have 4 miniatures to paint. It doesn't sound bad, except 3 of them are vehicles. 2 rhinos and a Xiphon interceptor. Few minis delivered today, and bought a gunplay yesterday. Some paints and a palette I liked. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Finally get started, hopefully this weekend. Good to hear, Flotsam. The Emperor's a mini. He might come eventually, though. Like, they have Horus ascended as a mini, and Horus in the lore, you know, at the height of his power, like, he was almost a match for the Emperor. And he's a solid 900 points, I think. Is he worth 900 points? I don't know about that, but he is about 900. He's like 900 and change or something. Points cost. No custom if his friends and soul looks sick. It's not playable. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Major Kill at all, so. He's the one that was like trying to sue people for like saying his mini didn't look very good, right? That's Major Kill. Or was like sending like fans after him or something. Doing some crazy stuff. Not good for the community, honestly. I don't know if I'd ever want the Emperor as a mini anyway, like personally in my collection. Because I think he's lame. But, you know, it's just, yeah, too much. A little too much. Yeah, he did. Yeah, people just, I don't know if he sent minis to review or people bought it and reviewed it or something and had things to say and he got mad about it and he did something. Was sending people after him and making videos about yours. Bunch of corpse worshipping cultists, that's right. Yep. Using a paint container with blue tack on the hole. I am. Yeah, this is, I don't even know what was in this, but there's something still in this one. One of these days, I'm gonna go to the hardware store and just buy some play sand, and I'm gonna fill all these paint holders up with some sand to keep them weighed down. I saw Crucial Blue doing that like a week or two ago on like his like holders, and I was like, why didn't I think of this? This seems like such a simple thing. Yeah, no, there's a reason I don't. I completely took all channel recommendations from him away. In my opinion, like his channel went downhill when he started like showing his face, which is goofy. Like he does like shirtless videos and stuff, which is just silly. And then like, yeah, I don't know. To me, him and a few others appeal to like the worst like aspects of this like whole community. His attitude about other people and the way he talks about other people and stuff is just not becoming of someone of influence in the area of kind of this space. Well, there you go. Yeah. Sagittar. Turn you around so your antenna stops catching on my hand. Ideologies and belief conflict with each other in the same community. Yep. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's all good though. Just because people having differences liking the same thing exists doesn't mean that everybody's right. So when you start going after other creators for being honest, or you start going after certain people groups because of who they are, that's when things become an issue and come to a point to where like it's not someone that I would associate with or I would consider a good for the hobby. It's like who was the one guy? He started going off about all kinds of racist stuff, like Arch Warhammer or something, I think was the guy's name. He was like a lore YouTuber, and he started going like crazy off the deep end with like racist remarks and things like that, and like somehow that guy still has a following. It's like those are the things that 100% not good for the community. It's not just like an ideology difference, that is like people who are outright like doing a disservice. Especially if you want to try to grow, the hobby. You want to have people come in and join and everything. Like doesn't help when you start hating people. Yeah, definitely does happen in other fandoms though. Doesn't mean it's good. I've seen plenty of it between, yeah, definitely Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Plenty of people doing crazy stuff like that. Yeah, no, I would not listen to points from Arch Warhammer because he's already starting his points in bad faith. And that's the problem with giving legitimacy of like, oh, he makes good points. Like, ooh, Thanos makes good points because he wants to help people by killing half the people, and like, like goofy things like that. But like, when you come from a place of like already hating people, your arguments about like, oh, let's keep the lore pure or whatever, like that's just ridiculous and doesn't hold merit. Okay, we have orange on these minis. And that's how people like that get the followings they get, is because they'll say some things that sound nice, like, I just want to keep, the lore how it is, and like the lore was good when it was, and we don't want people changing it for the worse and whatever. Like, that sounds fine. But then they start interjecting these little thoughts and ideas, like along with that of, terrible things about people in real life, and people forgive it, and they're just like, well, yeah, he makes good points about this, but I don't agree with this. But then you keep listening to him, and it acts as encouragement, and then more people start listening to him, and that's just like the spiral of nonsense. Alright, still a little bit of wash on that guy. Yeah. Well, and I don't know. My other issue with people, wanting the story, like they complain about the lore of GW, and GW changed the lore. I don't understand that, because GW is a corporation that exists to make money. The lore is whatever GW wants it to be, and it always has been that way. There have been good things in the lore, there have been bad things in the lore, and that's what it is. That is the setting of Warhammer, Warhammer 40k or whatever. And since as long as GW's been a company, they've been changing things, they've been retconning things, they've done cool things, and they've done, not cool things. It's been happening for 40 years at this point. And, like having someone come in, a couple weeks ago and start blaming women for GW bad, like they were doing that kind of stuff, and it was outright disgusting. And it was like, this is the kind of stuff, like, Arch Warhammer is like a proponent of this stuff. Like, we can't have women in Warhammer because, whatever, because they think it's bad. And like, that's ridiculous, and like that's really bad for the hobby, and I think any normal person could see that. And that's why I think giving them any kind of credence or credit is bad overall, because you're giving them ammunition to just target people like that. And when someone has 100,000 fans or whatever, no, it's all just it's way too much. Way too much nonsense. Too much people hating stupid things. Like, if you're mad that GW made a lady a custodes, like, don't make a lady custodes in your army. Why is that? Why is that so difficult? Hey, John Lockridge, what's up? YouTube, squads, giveaways, painting, what is it? It is a Warhammer channel, yes. Occasionally it is. Yeah, we're giving away a set of Foxbite brushes. Synthetic brushes. So if you want to enter the giveaway, easiest way to enter is via Twitch. So if you hop on over on Twitch, I know you have. Yeah, you just redeem your channel points there. Or if you're a member of the Patreon. Any level membership that's paid. So minimum $1 will get you an entry into that giveaway. And you could win a free set of paints. Provided by Foxbite. Has been very generous. So okay. So there is dry brushing. I know I kind of did it pretty quick. But I'll show you with this other mini. So we start with... You can see the difference between these two minis. Lord of Trek. This is our black brown, and we put a wash over it. This is black brown with a wash and a dry brush. And what we did with this dry brush was we were able to pick out these raised surfaces with a lighter brown. I'm using light umber. And it kind of pulled all these, like, the raised areas that lightened them up, so it made them look like a highlight. So you can pick out the details a lot better. Leaving work early today. Got stung by a wasp. Hamstring mowing. Oh, wow, okay. Dang. That's crazy. So what we're doing is I'm taking just an old ratty brush. That's what GW does when they change the Lord of Trek. That's what they always do. That's what they did with Votann. I don't remember anyone complaining about Votann coming out. Like, the whole thing about Votann that GW said, like, yeah, they were always there. They were there since the Heresy. Like, they're just there. And that's, like, nobody complained about that. It's this one specific thing that happens to be a woman in Warhammer. And that gets to be the problem. They're squats. Yeah, but they were all dead. Like, they already said they were dead, and then GW comes back and they said, oh no, they were there the whole time. That's literally what they said. It doesn't matter if they're more popular. You can't, it's GW's lore. They literally changed how Space Marines were made. And people didn't care this much. Yeah, like different games and stuff tried to bring them back. Like they had the Demiurge in what was that? Battlefleet Gothic Armada. And the Demiurge were like they were squats, you know, and they just had a different name and they have their own style and their own ships and, you know, their own little lore and everything. But then GW's like, nah, we don't want that either. So let's do Votann and say they were around the whole time and they work with the Imperium and it's all cool. So I mean, if this was vague enough, the Custodes thing was vague enough too. So I don't see. Yeah. Well, yeah, and you're right, Lord of Trek, and GW has been making record profits for years now. So I think people with their money are more than happy about, you know, that. You're in lost knowledge of the squats during the Heresy? Well, I got it right. Yeah, and John Locke, that's perfect. Like, yeah, we lost knowledge and we found him again. Like, that's cool. That's a GW lore explanation. Same goes for a Lady Custodes. You know? Nobody else has seen their face. And how many people in the Imperium have actually seen a Custodes anyway? So why would it not be an issue that when one of them finally does take their helmet off, the like 3 people that see the lady, you know, are probably a little surprised, but then they hear of this Custodes or whatever. You know, like it's fine. GW retcons things. And the fact that this is still an issue is very telling. And very sad, honestly. Like, this was the thing that people decided they were going to be upset about. Yeah, Reddit blew up over it. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, everywhere blew up over it. What's up? Yeah, hey, welcome back from your meetings. Yeah, in Fuegan, that's fine, but it doesn't matter. In the end, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, GW says squats are dead, and they come back. Sure, it was vague, but it says they're extinct. It says Tyranids killed him and ate him. Like, you can find plenty of lore that definitively says squats are dead. And they came back. GW changes their lore whenever they want. For whatever reason they want to. And that's it. Like, that's the end of it. It's literally the end of it. Heard people... Wait, you heard people made at the gas... What? People are mad at the gaslight? That's a retcon, though. A retcon is a gaslight by definition. Like, right? Like, retcons in lore are literally like, hey, JK, this never happened. Here's the new thing that happened. Like, that is literally gaslighting, right? Like, at a base definition, gaslighting is like, no, you didn't see that. Like, that's not real. This is what actually happened. Yeah. That's fine. Nobody has to like anything from GW. But people having this much of an issue from it is what's sad about it. A game where speech that reproduces by spores are called boys. Yep, that's also true, Raja. Yeah. Interesting to get female space marines. The explanation of Call figured it out. Yeah, it'll be fine. There were originally female space marines in the lore, so what's a lore purist though, Fuegan? What does that even mean? Like, a definition of that, is that someone who follows the original lore? Because then you're like, yeah, female space marines, cool, like, that's great because they were female space marines. Or Eldar wearing power armor. Or whatever crazy nonsense Rogue Trader had. What's up, Maze Blitz? How you doing? Jumping in at a really good time. I joined, yeah. Coming in on the Warhammer rant. We're painting some Votann today. And a dry brushing in. Yeah, Raja, I think you're exactly right. Is the hate toward the lore from certain so-called lore purists tends to be very targeted. Toward preconceived notions that all seem to stem from certain influencers in the community who feel like it's okay to exclude or hate certain groups of people based on who they are. Storm Ravens always existed. Yeah, that was another good retcon. Storm Ravens always existed. Like, I didn't care for that. You know, it's fine. Storm Ravens look pretty cool, but, like, it is what it is, right? I think the point is, like, you don't have to like the things. You don't have to like the lore or the changes in the lore or whatever. But I don't even know if you have to be consistent with it. Like, if you like certain things, that's fine. You don't have to like everything. It is what it is. It's just a problem when we don't recognize that this Custodes thing has gotten way more hate and publicity than any other major, like, retcon GW has done. Trek, I don't know. I don't know if it's okay to stop using that word, because honestly, like, it has become a thing. Like just, I don't know. It seems like groups of people are absolutely terrified of others, and that's become a problem. What's the new Custodes thing, Misfit? There's a lady Custodes that we've now known for months, and people can absolutely not handle it. Yeah, I don't think it's okay to, like, justify people's, like, hate of other people. Hey, Gosu, what's up? Every major religion in the world that makes up over 4 billion people. So 2 religions? What? Yeah. I think Zendral is right here. Stop getting upset about a game about army men, but also stop using it for, like, your real world, like, dislike and hatred of others. My friend, need to get rid of dried and varnished before the 12th. Okay, of canvas? What? You're painting on a canvas? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious about that. What's this canvas? Tell us, Gosu. Please save us from this conversation. He's going full Emperor's Children. Is that what's happening? Oh no, Gosu. No, don't do it. Paint canvas in? I said no, but didn't decide to paint canvas for the meme. Oh, okay. I tell people I paint for a living, and it's fun to see people's reaction and the questions I get. I'm like, no, they're like, oh, cool, what kind of painting? It's like, I paint little plastic people. Just, like, hang my head down. Like the lowest form of painting. Bob Ross was set on ocean and sky, did oils wet on wet, and did a lot of blending work. That's super cool, dude. Can you, like, send pictures? Because I want to see this. I want to see this Gosu canvas painting. I feel like it needs to be shared with the world. Yeah, and Lord of Trek, you see where this conversation goes, though. Like, we're talking about lore in game and a company being able to change the lore, and and we're taking it to religious beliefs and the people I hate or don't hate. So, like, Games Workshop can change lore whenever they want. End of story. They can retcon it however they want. End of story. Their job is to make money. End of story. That's it. Yeah, alright, guys. Alright, let's stop. Let's stop. We're done. We're done. No more comments. Timeouts for any more comments on this subject. So if you're typing something, stop it now. We're done. Yep, GW exists to make money. There you go. That's it. Or Votann hearing. I know. Cover their little ears. He's a robot. I don't know where his ears are. They just want to be accepted, guys. They were here all along. Okay. Moderators assemble. We all know Crucial Blue's in the background, just orchestrating all this, right? He's like puppet mastering this whole situation. You said it in the street, yeah. Well, what's funny is that quote comes from a company I worked for. It was a pharmaceutical company I worked for, and it was a supervisor of mine was telling me that who he heard it from, but it was like, he's like, well, what do we make here? It's like, oh, we make we make medicine, we make life-saving treatment. That's what he's like. No, we don't. It's like, oh, we make tablets and capsules that help. He's like, no, we don't. It's like, we make money. That's what we're here for. We're here to make money. That's what this pharmaceutical company's here for. And it's the same with any corporation, especially a publicly traded corporation. Like, their job is to make money. So, if you like collecting miniatures and painting miniatures and playing miniature games, you can be somewhat happy, at least, that your company of choice is being successful. And you can be unhappy with things in the lore. That's totally cool. Just understand that it's there. That's it. Canvas project finished. Nice. Yes, Phil Paintpot is doing Sons of Medusa. Yeah. Spill Paintpot his 800 paint projects. He posted a video. He reorganized his hobby space, and oh my word, the amount of unpainted plastic that guy has, like new in box and shrink wrap and everything, wild. Oh, cool! Sons of Medusa from way back. Nice, very nice. Yeah, you don't hear about him too much. Definitely cool color scheme though. Backwards like that before I realize it's just TPD in the background. Oh, what? Hold on. Okay. We're gonna look at Gosu's canvas picture. Okay. So the brown on these minis are done. It's simple. Where the Badab War was fleshed out. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, that's like when they really became more popular, right? Was the Forge World Badab War stuff. Remember those books. That is me in the background, guys. Look at that. I'm always on the background Gosu's paintings. Man, that's a really cool painting. That's so nice. The clouds look incredible, dude. Really well done. I love that painting. I really do. See, Gosu, you should put that first picture in your Instagram, and then when people ask you, hey, who's on in the background? There you go. Tell them who. $5,000 deal. Alright. Oh, Lost Soul guys in Austin. Oh, cool. Let's talk about less controversial things like banning Zendral. Okay. Who votes to ban Zendral? We'll just put this up right now. Okay. What is next? It is John Locke. Yeah, it's John Locke on YouTube asking who wants to ban Zen. Let's see what else. Can't think of what color to do next. I think I need to do the brown like straps and stuff on these guys, or I'll just start with our bright warm gray. Throw poles in. Yeah, you saw some. Yeah. Right. All right. Push. Alright, give 5 bits if you vote for Zen to be banned. I'm just kidding. It's just push 5 in chat. We'll make it happen. Zen will have to ban himself, that's the thing. To his own channel. Dan of Iniquity, only rivaled by the Palace of Slanesh. Man, you got... John Lockridge has got some words for Zen. Jeez. A self-ban. Yeah. Okay. Let's figure out some weapon stuff here. Okay, a lot of like black casings on the weapons. Sorry guys, I gotta look up some of this what? Not. Oh, they have to go to the kill team page. Oh, that's so lame. Kill team. Where are the squats? Oh, okay. I guess they're nowhere to be found. Are they not for sale on like individually yet? Huh. Okay. I guess we're winging it. It's our Gaunt's Ghost series today. Dan Abnett fellow can write a Warhammer book. He can. My favorite Dan Abnett book is actually a Warhammer fantasy book called Riders of the Dead. That was my favorite book of his. If you're into Warhammer fantasy and you think Kislev is cool, probably the book for you. About ye old winged lancers, the winged hussars of Warhammer fantasy. Cabinet is Brothers of the Snake, randomly. I love that one-shot adventure. Life of Space Marine. Oh, that's cool. Alright. I started listening, Adeptus Ridiculous did, they do like a book club. They did their review of Horus Rising, the first novel in the Horus Heresy series. Well, halfway through it. The Sons of Medusa. All right, cool, cool. Take a look here in a minute. All right, start with that little like body cast thing. Guy's got a bathtub for a chest plate there. Hey Kai, what's up? Oh, let's see here. Oh dang, Sons of Medusa army, nice. Oh man, that bright green with the white helmets, that's so good looking. And the Lord of the Rings terrain in the background, of course, fantastic. Love it. Great stuff. Really good stuff. I'm doing great, and I will see you in a minute, I guess. No rush, man. I'm here for another couple hours. You guys know GW dry brushes have thick bristles. I really use them for actual dry brushing, but they work fantastically for oil painting. That's really funny. What if they're just like oil painting brushes? Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Sturdy. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah. I've watched enough Bob Ross. Know the consistency of those brushes. Mine free, only use them for applying PVA. Oh, nice. How'd you get a free GW brush? Shirtless Space Wars make... Yeah, I know. There's not much in this faction that does make sense. Well, this is a lady and she has a shirt, so... Again, it's more like a bathtub, but... Fan of the Terminator style Votann, though. Yeah, they're, what are they called? Like Hearthguard or something? Those are pretty cool minis. I have not been a big fan of the Votann aesthetic. Overall, anyway. Got into the mini side of Warhammer right when Votann were announced. Yeah. I think they showed off one of the like Hearthkin warriors first, and then they showed off one of the pioneers, the like the trikes, like jet trikes. And I dislike both of those a lot. And so I was immediately like, nah. Like, I'm a big fan of dwarves and fantasy and stuff. I think dwarves are really cool in like different fantasy settings and everything, but the Votann just didn't do it for me. An April Fool's like 2 years ago. Was it an April Fool? It was April Fool's. Vehicles feel like Toy Story to me. They do a bit, yeah. All the like rounded edges. And I think they tried to pull from too many aesthetics at once to try to make something like a little unique, and it ended up just being kind of strange. Yeah, announced in April. Okay, interesting. That wasn't an April Fool's joke. That was the April Fool's joke, was that it wasn't. The announcement wasn't a joke. That's funny. Uh, yeah, it's also a thing where, like, half of these berserker heads make these dudes look like Wilford Brimley. Like, I'm sure Wilford Brimley is a pretty cool dude, but I don't know if 40,000 years in the future, like, his genetics are going to be the basis for clones. As in, I think I'm going to try to fire up the 3D printer today. If I have space, I might print that Noise Marine for you. Like Noise Marine number 5, right? Yeah, no problem. Something I think I've learned. I think I was probably talking with this with Gosu, but I haven't looked at it yet. But especially when printing big prints, was to not overload the printer. So I have a habit of, like, trying to maximize every square millimeter of that build plate. I think that just makes it more difficult to print, especially the larger prints. We'll see though. All I need to print are some Rhino doors and that base topper. Much suction force. Yeah. Yep. I did fully assemble one Rhino though. So I got one put together. I have the other one, like I said, I had to print the side doors for it, but then it'll be ready to go. And I'm going to try to paint those really quick. I have ideas. This guy, you guys can probably barely see his face. He reminds me, it's really bad. He reminds me of like Votann version of Vince Venturella. His face, can you see it? Like the goatee on the face and the bald head going on. I don't know. It gives me Vince Venturella vibes. Yeah, yeah. Is that on purpose? I wonder if it was on purpose. Like the sculptor is either like a huge fan or like really hates him. Hey Kai, welcome back. Howdy. Doing Trans-Hyperion Alliance? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, Fizz. How are you doing? I am painting a color scheme that the client asked for that is based on a Duncan Rhodes video. So, that's what I'm doing. Hope they have the box in today. Yeah, they said the rest will be in on Tuesday. Okay, yeah, well, hopefully they're in. Question about Space Marine 2. Can I choose which Space Marine I like Ultramarines, Black Templars? You can. You have to kind of unlock the other chapters. Which is, it's pretty quick to do. You play an operation or a couple PvP matches and like you get the like requisition to buy like specific chapters. If you want to make your own custom chapter, it gets a little more time consuming because you're like unlocking specific colors, and the colors unlock with different chapters. So like if you want a White Scars Marine, you can unlock, like, I think White Scars is a color, and also Wild Rider Red. They have two colors locked in their chapter, and you have to unlock those colors. So the Army Painter it's not a paywall. There is some stuff behind a paywall for the Army Painter in the game, but it's more just you play a little bit, you'll unlock it. You think coats at Nova? Actually impressed with the quality of paints. I tried with the brush. Use some of their paints that aren't coming out to the public. Oh, cool. I have kind of mixed feelings on Too Thin Coats. Yeah, it's some, I don't know. To me, it's just like a slightly better Citadel paint. Which, you know, if you like Citadel paint, you'll probably like Too Thin Coats. I like their color range. They have some nice colors, though. Very, like, hobbyist-friendly, like, miniature gamer-friendly colors. Maze Blitz, you got Space Marine too? Mace Ventura Squat Detective. Is that these guys with their giant maces? Hey, Nightwing, what's going on? That's been that long, man. You're in here first. Yeah, Zen, I think that once you unlock all the stages for a particular chapter, I think it unlocks that chapter's color. So I might go on, I might just try to play a PvP match or two after today and try to unlock that last little bit for my Blood Raven. I'm a baby beginner. Me too. Me too, man. I'm terrible at shooters, so I'm awful at the game. That's cool though. I am very much a strategy slash turn-based strategy kind of gamer. Because my hands don't work so good. I'm trying to connect to my brain really fast, so. I was asked about the paint themselves. He said 150% more self-leveling medium. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So it should kind of cover a little more evenly then. That's kind of the idea. Down on leaving brush strokes in the paint so it goes on easily. That's what I found as well. Very well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I have a couple of their paints. There's one store near me that sells them. And I got a couple colors. I use their blue, their marine blue. For my Space Marines. That's my base coat for my Space Marines, which is kind of rough to airbrush. But I've used a couple other colors, and they're okay. Their green didn't cover super well. Yeah, it's hard to say I don't like them when I have a color that's like in a color scheme, like a main color scheme for a main army that I have. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Duncan stole my Tyranid idea. Yeah, he did. He did. He stole my Tyranid idea. He stole my Thousand Suns idea too. My theory was always that Zendral knows Duncan Rhodes personally, and whenever I tell Zen about one of my ideas I'm gonna do, he goes and just like blabs to Duncan, and he just takes my ideas. Puts them out first because I'm slow. Horseman, you say that. That's exactly what someone would say who has a direct connection to Duncan Rhodes. Thanks, Kosu, yeah. Duncan Rhodes wants to grow to be like me, yeah. Okay, we got those little belly plates there. Now, yeah, this is why we need to ban Zendral, that's right. Okay, let's take a look at this mini here. John Locke is your kindest hater, yeah. He's a really nice guy too, so. I don't know what you did to him, Zen, but you got on his bad side. Okay, we have a lot of warm gray to put on here. It's probably a couple coats. We're gonna get this little box piece. We're gonna get this big plate up here. There's a back plate right here. Then maybe this plate under here. Like there's not a Some of the back door probably. Yeah, we'll go with that. I use Vallejo steel, metal color steel, for the base color on this. Mainly because I'm almost out of Prochrome Dark Silver. So, and they're very comparable. I think the Vallejo steel is a little warmer. But we're going to use it. It'll get a wash and highlight and stuff. It'll even out. And those metal colors go through an airbrush so nicely. Hard not to like them. Yep, same scheme for the jet bikes, and before that it was what was it, the Hearthguard. So this is my third time painting with this color scheme. Maybe not the last. Just getting my paces in. Dawn of Fire novel comes out on the 21st. The first appearance of Votann and 40k lore in a novel. Oh, cool. All right. Hopefully, it is a good novel. Anyone having crappy books? All right, Final Horse Heresy book. I think it did, yeah. I have no idea. I don't know if there are any big revelations. I'm going to do these canopies in a light bronze. Try to do them like we do a lot of the other like canopy style things. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna be like the sun visors on like like astronauts have, right? That's the idea, at least. Okay. Incredibly thin film of gold or something, don't they? Yeah, something like that, JD Hitzer. Hey, what's up, by the way? How you doing, man? See through it. Yeah, I don't know. Their technology is insane. What's crazy? Me and my family went to the NASA Space Center in Huntsville, Alabama this summer. And one thing they do is they have like retired NASA scientists and like engineers and stuff just hanging out at the museum, and you just like talk with them, or more likely they'll come up to you and start talking to you. And they have like little trading cards they'll give you that has like their information on it and stuff. But you're talking to a guy who designed and built the lunar rover. He was on the team that actually built the lunar rover, and he was talking about like the crazy short time frames they had to work with. But a rookie Carl Sagan card, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But he was talking about how they the tires on the lunar rover was actually made of piano wire. They were using actual piano wire and made this like metal mesh tire for the rover. Any advice on painting a tank? Dry brushing is your friend, Kai. Yeah, if you can figure out how to dry brush, and get your highlights in with a dry brush, you're gonna save yourself like 4 hours, and you're gonna have a tank that looks great. That is my advice on painting tanks. Before doing any other details, yeah. If you want to see it done, I streamed it's maybe about 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. You can find it on YouTube. It's probably the easiest place to find the VOD. But I painted an Emperor's Children, a Heresy era Emperor's Children Rhino. I painted the whole thing in one stream. But the first thing I did was I already had it base coated the purple, and I just took that took my highlight colors and I went over. I did 2 separate dry brushes One kind of a big overall on everything that kind of gave me like a bit of a mid-tone highlight, and then I did a much brighter purple that gave me like an actual highlight. Okay, I think that's it for the white on there. It's a culture that's hard to leave and retire from. Yeah, yeah, it very well could be. Yeah. Especially when you're working on that kind of stuff. Try to find the YouTube video. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely should be on there. I don't know if someone could find it and link it or something too, but anything Space Marine, especially dry brushing, is your friend. Hetzer, my older brother, one of my older brothers, works for NASA. He is a contractor though, so it's not all like he's not like directly employed by NASA. It's kind of weird. I think he's contracted through the federal government, but yeah, he doesn't actually like build rockets and everything though. He does like support roles, but I don't know. He likes it. He claims everyone he works with is an idiot, but he's always claimed that with every job he's ever worked. So. Dry brush or a special brush? It's not a special. You'll want like a big like a larger brush to do it with. But dry brushing is a technique where you basically put paint on your brush in the bristles, and then you wipe most of the paint off, like almost all of the paint. And what happens is all the liquid kind of goes away, but you're left with just kind of the like dry pigment on your brush. And then you'll gently kind of go over all the areas that you're wanting to paint. And what the paint should do, and this is something you got to experiment with and kind of figure out your exact levels of paint and everything. But what should happen is the raised areas and like the ridges around the mini should catch that paint that you're putting on, and everything underneath that and in like recessed areas should stay the color they are. That's the goal. I'll link in the mini-act vid. Man, I really need to make a video on dry brushing, don't I? Yeah. It was a huge learning curve. Not being inside something like that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to step away from you saying I build rockets for NASA. We were talking to a guy that was building the stage 1 rockets for the Saturn V. Like that's literally like his that was his job. It's just like we don't build Saturn V's anymore, but those things are huge. Like it's crazy. Welcome back, Gosu. Continuing on with our bright warm gray. The back door on that guy. Real quick. Skaven Tide box. I thought you were buying Blood Angels. What in the world? JD Hetzer, do you need us to tell you to go paint? Is that something that needs to happen? Like 33% off. Okay, alright. Pirates, yes, yes. It's good to see Skaven get their day in the sun, even if it is for Age of Sigmar. 2 weeks ago? First telling me. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Sell the Stormcast side of it. Seems like that's what everybody's doing. If I'm being honest, I would. It'd be cool to get some of those Skaven minis just to like have some Skaven for like the old world or paint them up or whatever. But I have not seen one person selling the Skaven half. So I guess it's a good day to be a Stormcast player. Yeah, Great Horned Rat is apparently a Chaos God. Cruising through these colors. I don't quite expect to finish these minis this week. At least not on stream this week, but get a lot done. Another hour, got a lot of base colors done. Some of the big ones. We should finish the white today. Go through and do a second coat on the tank, or on the tanks, the vehicles, the trucks. I don't know what you call these. The Toyota Hiluxes. Oh no. Knocked over a bunch of minis. Are they having a third civil war? Who's that? The Votann here? All third world. What? I gotcha. Third world countries and Toyota Hiluxes. Civil wars happen. I gotcha. Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Just full of technicals here. These space wars are anything but malnourished, though. My custom armor, Pure Fist symbol never stays. Always reverts to the Ultramarine symbol. Oh no. All right. First coat on there. 5-inch tour dry brushing. Will probably be fine. It takes a little bit of practice. I always use the back of my hand to like test out. That's paint, guys. It's brown paint. It's nothing else. Test out how much paint is on my brush before I put on the mini. So like I'll wipe off the paint and then I'll brush the back of my hand a little bit and then I'll paint some. Back again for Lord knows how many times. Oh no. I'll be back in just a couple minutes, guys. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back, and we're going to put a second coat of bright neutral gray on these vehicles. Alright, I'm back, guys. So, we're gonna do this second coat. It's minis. Yeah. JD Hetzer, what is a statistically significant number? How does that relate in this sense, in the discussion here? So, you know, I personally don't know any really good mini painters who are left-handed. Unless someone is and they haven't told me, but I haven't seen it myself, so that means the statistical number is 0, right? I personally have not seen it with my own eyes. Oh, would otherwise be normal distribution among the general population. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. Someone should make left-handed brushes. It'd be a thing. If the videos I watch are mirrored, that'd be pretty funny if they were. Or if it's people trying to hide their identity or something. Who wins? An entire Imperial Fist chapter with the Phalanx and all their war gear, or 3 dumb Gretchen with a single cab pickup? The power of friendship. That's a tough call, man. So, question about this. Is the story being told focused more on the Imperial Fist or the Gretchen? I'm going to say if it's an Imperial Fist focused story, the Imperial Fist lose. And the Imperial Fists are taken down to 1 Marine. Because that happens like 4 times in their history. If it's focused on the Gretchen, then the Gretchen lose. Because it's comic relief. But you know, if it's an Imperial Fist story, those 3 Gretchen are going to be the greatest threat the Imperium's ever seen. And the Imperial Fist sacrifice themselves almost to the last man to stop the threat. And it takes the intervention of the Black Templars to correct everything. Being told through a what? Hey Smago, what's going on? How are you doing this afternoon? A video being shown to you by Trays in the Infinite? I'm gonna say Imperial Fist lose then. I feel like Trazen would get more of a kick out of the Gretchen winning than the Gretchen losing. Showing my thumbs and fingers building some MDF terrain. Okay. Oh no. Kind of MDF terrain you assembling? Okay. Second coat on there. Let's go through and get the other one. Company called Oshi. Okay. I've heard of them. They sell stuff on Amazon, right? It's like one of the Chinese sellers with like the crazy name company. That one of those companies. Said always talks about is it EE Sky? Is that the one you're always brings up that same company? How you doing, Dark Angel? What's up? We have some Leagues of Votann minis I've been working on through today. So we've just been working on base coats. Some more of this gray. Good carrying cases. Yeah, they make the carrying cases. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. The like magnetized ones, right? Working on second coat of bright neutral gray. Then, yeah, we'll see what kind of time. I don't know if we'll have time for another color. Got a lot done. We got a lot done. We got 3 or 4 colors in total. We finished the brown, all the capes and cloaks and stuff on the Jaegers. That was a really solid start. And then getting some of these big base coats on the vehicles and the rest of the infantry. Or keep going with base coats. There might be some more. I'm sure there's some of this bright warm gray we'll need on some of the other. I don't know what that is yet. Gonna figure that out probably tomorrow. A lot of silver to paint, a lot of weapons and belt buckles and hammer heads and things like that. This piece. Yeah, I think I might be streaming tonight. If I can get the time. Tonight we're gonna be playing some more Space Marine 2. Went through the campaign. Second mission at least. Maybe we'll have time to do more than just the second mission. So that'll be the goal. Should be fun though. Night stream, yep. Late night stream. Going to be very quietly speaking while playing a very loud game. Watch how it's gonna happen. Finished campaign yesterday and loved it. Nice. Alright. Good to know. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm not accepting spoilers, so please do not spoil it. And I understand if you guys aren't watching because you don't want spoilers either, so I get it. Looking nice. Tiny white scars? What? I guess, I mean, a little bit. They're gonna be more like, astronaut vibes. That's what we're going for, Jeff Builder. But welcome in. Hey, your, dwarf army is looking great, by the way. Or if I've told you that. We last got some painting in. And my miniature covered as we speak. Awesome. Very cool. Ties actually Magnus the Red. Surprise, that's the story. Dang it. Spoil it for me. Games Workshop shows up and gives you the Warhammer and tells you to power it up. So you can defeat Sigmar? Oh my goodness. Gives you Sigmar's hammer to defeat Sigmar. Yeah, that sentence, it sounds like the painting wife explaining Age of Sigmar. We used to do painting wife streams. I think we might do one. I might open up a goal to get one going, but we had people asking painting wife random lore questions about 40k, and she would try to answer them. So someone asked, like, what was the Horus Heresy about? And she had no idea. No idea. It was great. After me and sniping followers of the corpse. What? Oh, man. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. At a good stopping point, we got, you know, got a start on these guys. Good start on the Sagittars. We got the wheels and the, you know, a lot of the base color. These things have a lot done. They'll need highlights and washes and stuff. And then the Berserkers obviously need a lot of work. It's a lot of silver. I'll be painting silver for a while tomorrow. That's probably what's going to be happening. But silver and black and, you know, a little bit of other stuff. But yeah, we're going to call it there. Sorry for shaking. I don't know. Man, this camera's shaking. Is that one little bar? Does that really matter that much for supports? I don't know. Maybe just a lot of weight sitting up top with the light. No idea. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. A Harry Potter closet under the stairs. That's awesome. Yeah, send me a picture when you can. Yeah, it'd be great. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow at about 10 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, that's all I got. Well, I'll probably see you tonight too if I'm playing Space Marine. So if you want to watch some video game stuff, we'll be playing some Space Marine, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.